Today, I came to San Jose from San Francisco, which took me 1 hour. There are a lot of big companies in the San Francisco and the San Jose area. This area is called Silicon Valley. High-tech industries, mainly semiconductors, software, and the internet, are thriving in this area. For example, Apple, Google, YouTube, and other top US companies are headquartered here. Not a company, but a prestigious school, Stanford University, is also located here. If you visit San Francisco, you'll probably feel like stopping by as well, right? So today, I am visiting Meta, which changed its name from Facebook to Meta. Hello people, how do you do? I have just arrived at the Meta headquarters. There is a famous sign. In 2021, Facebook made headlines for changing its name to Meta. According to CEO Mark Zuckerberg, the company's name Meta was named after the Meta Universe, meaning virtual world. Since becoming Meta, the company has focused on selling VR goggles and has created the platforms where people can connect with each other using avatars within the virtual world. The company name may have changed, but the emphasis on services that connect people to people appears to have remained unchanged. However, VR did not become more popular than expected, so the business turned into a huge loss. Now, let's go tour the Meta headquarters. Actually, this area is quite rural. Let me show you an aerial photograph of how rural it is. Like this, Meta headquarters is located along the road. There's nothing around. It's a location where only staff are allowed to stop by. We'll need a car to visit here. Maybe that's the entrance. According to the receptionist, only staff are allowed from this point forward. While I'm at it, let me show you some pictures I found on the internet. The inside of the headquarters is like a college campus. They are all walking down Main Street to their offices and restaurants. It's like a small town. By the way, this is the entrance when I was stopped by the receptionist. Afterward, I wanted to see the exterior, so I moved to the parking lot. Then, interestingly, a large number of crowds gathered above me. And the security guards also came by. Then I was warned by them that this site was off limits to anyone except staff. I had no choice but to leave, and the whole time I was surprised to find the crows chasing me. Well, I had a scare when I was chased by crows. Even though I am currently off the site, they are still following me. I took an Uber at Starbucks, and the crows tracked me all the way here. It's so persistent that I suspect someone is remotely controlling it. In the first place, Meta is a VR company, so I wouldn't be surprised if they had the technology to implant a chip in the crow's head and control it remotely. Neuralink technology has already been applied to humans. I guess it's a piece of cake to remotely control a cyborg crow. By the way, next to Meta, there is also Instagram headquarters. So let's put ourselves together, and I also came to visit Instagram headquarters. Actually, a little known fact is that Instagram is a subsidiary of Meta. In other words, Facebook and Instagram are the same company. Let's take a commemorative photo. Next, let's visit Google headquarters. Google was founded by Larry Page and Sergey Brin in 1998. Arrived at the Googleplex. Let's get started exploring the site. My location is here. I found a colorful bicycle. This is the Google bike. Looks like the headquarters is currently undergoing renovations. Maybe that's why I don't see any employees at all. There is a dinosaur skeleton. That's playful. I see a few tourists here and there, but I rarely come across the staff. I understand it's under construction, but it's a mystery why the big company Google is depopulated. Today is a weekday. Maybe Google is a company controlled by artificial intelligence and doesn't use people. Ghost company Google. So this is it? Well, Google was quieter than I expected. However, I'm a heavy user of Google, so I'm looking forward to continued success. After Meta and Google, let's visit Apple headquarters. Apple headquarters from above looks like a crop circle. It looks like a flying saucer. There is something at the center that resembles the shape of a rainbow. Looks like the representative speech is being held here. The current representative is Tim Cook. He is the man who carried on Steve Jobs' legacy as the former representative following his passing. Of course, I'm an Apple user. I've evolved into an Apple user since 2018. So I arrived at Apple headquarters. This is the visitor center for tourists. Looks like there's a cafe and an Apple store in the building. Apple store located next to Apple headquarters. By the way, this is what the building looks like. So, I went to the cafe and ordered a cup of coffee. What's interesting is that the ordering process is done through an iPad. That's impressive, Apple. The latte art there is adorable. By the way, I see Japanese people sometimes. I got the impression they were here on business. I just tried to visit the headquarters, but the receptionist turned me down. Receptionist says that you have to have an introduction from the Apple staff to get in. It's disappointing after coming all the way to such a remote place. It's not enough. Let's just take a look at the exterior of Apple headquarters. This seems unlikely for outsiders to be allowed in. Lastly, not a tour of the company, but taking a tour of the prestigious university. Actually, this is the place I was most looking forward to in San Jose. Yes, Stanford University. There's a single road leading to school from the station, covered in palm trees. It takes 20 minutes to walk from the station to the university. It's excessively far. Is that Stanford University in the distance? If you look at the map, I'm here now. It's a beautiful day. Finally, I arrived. It's too long a road to get here. This is the same school building I saw in the picture. This is Stanford University. It's one of the top 10 universities in the world university rankings. On a different note, Stanford reminds me of the Stanford prison experiment. This was a psychology experiment conducted at Stanford University in 1971. In the experiment, psychologists divided the students into two groups, prisoners and guards, and recreated a virtual prison environment. At first, the experiment was scheduled to run for 2 weeks. But it was called off after only 6 days due to the subject's unexpected violence and worsening psychological state. Because during the experiment, the guards abused their power more than necessary, and the prisoners suffered physically and mentally. The experiment highlighted the influence of the environment on individual behavior and the issue of power relations. It's the mindset that even the meek become violent when they have power, and even the violent become docile when they lose power. To sum up, I guess they are talking about the possibility that anyone can make a misunderstanding. I found some interesting statues. Like this? This is the work of French sculptor Auguste Rodin. In Japan, it's a famous pose known from the manga JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Later in the day, I visited the Stanford Museum, which also had a statue of the Tinker. Actually, in France 8 years ago, I saw a statue of the Tinker. So I thought the Stanford statue was a fake. However, I asked the museum staff about it. They told me that there are now many statues of the Tinker around the world. It's all real. For me, it's the Mandela effect. This is Stanford Memorial Church. Inside, it looks like this. The university itself feels like a museum. I feel like I'm walking through European palaces. According to my research, the building features the Spanish colonial architectural style that was introduced from Europe during the American colonial era. Stanford had a completely different atmosphere from Harvard and MIT in Boston, which I visited last month. Which university do you like the best? Is this the price for the Department of Astronomy? There is an object shaped like a planet. This building seems like the engineering department. Stanford University is so large that it's difficult to get around without a bicycle. Well, I got the general feeling for the college. Looks like there is another Rodan piece here. I've seen some of these works in photographs. This is the famous Gate of Hell. The real one is cool.